Okay, here we go. This is part 3. I've got that many left in that batch. And then I can't wait to open that box of 900. Right, let's get that down there. Let's grab some and get straight on with it. Let's get a few more than that. There we go. Right, let's just zoom it in and see what we can find. There is a 1916. Is it a recessed ear? No, it's not. That's just a common 1916 George V penny. There's Elizabeth II, 62. Another one. Quite a lot of Elizabeth in this batch. 1966 there. There's another one, 1963. And yet another one. 62 again. 1966. That looks different. Oh no, it's not. It's another Elizabeth, 1964. Oh, there's an older one, 1918. Just checking to see if there's a mint mark there to the left. An H for Heaton or a K for Kings Norton, but no, not on this one. We've got a 1917 this time. George V. 1910, so that'll be Edward VII. That's a son of Queen Victoria and the father, George V. 1899, so that'll be another Victoria. There's a shiny one, Elizabeth II, 1965. I think we've got a better 65 than that on the board. Right, Edward VII again, 1908. 1897, I'm going to say look for a dot between the O and the N, but I can't even see the word one. A little bit too worn, that one. Another 1897. That's better condition. Let's have a look for a dot between the O and the N. No, nothing there, sadly. And you also want to look for a high tide, because the high tide is the rare version, but that's a low tide, so that's a common one. Yeah, it's definitely better than the one on the board, so I'll upgrade that. Another Elizabeth, 63. There's her father, George VI, 1946. Look for a little dash up there after the E in the word one. But no, there's nothing there. If you looked at my last video in this series, we had a closer look at that. Another Elizabeth, 66. And what's this one? 1947, George VI. I am giving everything away I put down on this board. So this is part 3. I don't know how many parts there'll be in the end. But when I've finished all these coins, I will pick a video at random. Then I will pick a comment from that video using the YouTube random comment picker. And the person that made that comment will get everything down there. Right, so I've got the 1897. That is a little bit better. So I will replace that. And the 1947, that was a bit grubby. So I'll replace it with that one. It's a little bit better. Another handful. Some people say, how can I resist not looking in this box of coins? But I have to resist because I make the videos. It is difficult sometimes. Right, 1938, King George VI. What have we got here? 1936, George V. There's a 1917. Notoriously bad condition, 1917s. That's not too bad. Might be a slight upgrade. George V, 1919. Always look for the mint marks on that one. H or KN again, but nothing on that. It's not the best condition anyway, is it? There's George V. 1915. Is the ear recessed into the coin? It's not, so that's just a common 1915. There's Edward, 1906. Might be a bit better. I'll look in a minute. 1967. There's a 1940. Let's have a look at the line above the date. The line above the date is called the exerg line, and you can see it's a double line. Now the double line is slightly easier to find than the single line. We've already got a double line on the board. It's a single line we're looking for. 1899, Queen Victoria. There's a 1947 again, George VI. 1901, last year of Victoria's life. She died in January 1901. There's a 1917. Another 1947. Another Elizabeth there. There's a scrubby looking 67. That's this 1928. There's a 1918. Is that a mint mark? It is. Terrible condition though, isn't it? Let's give it a bit of a rub. Yeah, there we go. Is an H mint mark. 1918 H. Oh, it's not the best condition, is it? There's not a great deal of value to that. Pound probably if you're lucky. Can't even read the word penny there. But it's going down on the board. We haven't got a H mint mark yet. There's a 66. There's another George. There's no mint mark there. Looks like there's something there, but there was no mint marks on the 1916s. No, it's just a bit of dirt. And is it a recessed ear? I think it is. It's actually a recessed ear. Yeah, look at that. See how the king's ear has been recessed into the coin. So that means there will be a broken tooth up there. Yeah, you can see that. One of the teeth going around the edge is broken. But it's not a very good example, this. Got a better one than that on the board. Oh, that's a shame. Never mind. We did find a recessed ear in the last video. 1930. There's a 1962. 1927. There's a 1945. It's a bit rough, isn't it? What about the dirty mug for that one? This is a Makamula mug, the dirty mug. Glenn from Makamula sent me a picture and said, do I want to upgrade to that picture? So I did a little poll. I asked everyone in the comments to which one do they want? Do they want the new version or do they want to keep this one? About 80% said they want to keep this one, including Glenn himself. I want to get Makamula to 1,000 subscribers before Christmas. I think we got about 40 subscribers for him in the last video. He's on about 976 at the moment. So if you haven't subscribed, go over there and subscribe. There'll be a link in the description below and I'll put one at the end of the video as well. So that coin we just found can go in there. Just one left in my hand from that handful. There's an 1899 Queen Victoria. The 1917 is slightly better than that one. So I'll put that there. We've got the 1918 with the H mint mark. I hope we find a better one than that. And this 1916 with the recessed ear. I will keep it, but it's not the best, is it? And I said this 1906 might be an upgrade, but it's not. The one on the board is better. Okay. I hope I can finish this one in this video, this batch. I'll get on to the other in the next video. We start off with a 1936 King George V. There's a 1919. Is that something there? No, nothing there. 1906. Edward VI, Edward VII, 1935 there, George V. Another Elizabeth there, 66, and another one. 64. Another batch of these. There's a grubby looking 1967. That's fun for the mug. Get in there. 1948. There's a Victoria. 1896. Found quite a good 1896. 1966. I'll put that in my Whitman album though, that 1896. If you saw that probably in my last video. 1963. There's a 1936. Another 1936. 1945. 1920. Has it got the rare? See the A and the B in the word Gra and Brit. So his colon is almost touching the A and the B. In the rare version, there's quite a big gap between those. Well, relatively big anyway. A bit of stripiness on there as well. Bad alloy mix probably. 1965. Oh, another one for the dirty mug. Another 67. In you go. 1930. 62. There's a 19. No mint mark. 1895. Look at the trident and the P. This is the common 1mm gap between the trident and the letter P. Let me go and get one of mine and I'll show you the big gap. Okay, that's the one I just found, and there is a 2mm gap. So here's a much bigger gap between the trident and the P. They're not terribly hard to find in this condition. About £3 or £4 for that if you wanted to buy one. But the one we just found is a small gap. Put that down there. Right, 1967. 1921. There is a young head, Victoria. 1887, at least it's one for the board. 1887, got that yet. 1966. 1897, can we see a dot between the O and the N? Something there, but I think that's in the wrong place. It's just a bit of damage. Get any closer? Yeah, not quite in the right place. It's just a bit higher than that, the dot you're looking for, but that's not one. And that is a low tide. 1900. 1937. And the last one in this handful is a 1906. The 1895 is definitely better than that one. So that is a very slight upgrade there. And the 1887 Younghead Victoria can go there. Some people say I should be calling the Younghead Victorian pennies bunheads, but I don't really like the term bunhead. Let's see what Michael J. Freeman says about it. He says there are two principal types of Victorian bronze penny, referred to as the young head, struck from 1860 to 1894, and the old head or veil head from 1895 to 1901. The young head coins are sometimes referred to as bun pennies because of the arrangement of the Queen's hair behind her head in the form of a bun. I don't really know why I don't like the term bun penny. I just never have. Right. Oh, God. Too many there. Okay, here we go. Starting with an Elizabeth. A 1967. What have we got here? 1936. That's not bad, is it? Probably better than the one on the board. There's George V. 1939. So 1937 and 1938. I probably have missed them, but they're not on the board yet. 1917. Thought it had a strange C there, but it's just a bit of damage. You can see on the other side. There's a 1916. Is that a recessed ear? No, it's not. Elizabeth, 64. There's a 1916. That's not a recessed ear, is it? No, definitely not. And you can see there's none of those teeth broken up there either, so it can't be a 1916 recessed ear. George VI, 1940. Let's have a look at that line. And it's another double line, as you can see there. So looking for the single line on that one. Right, let's see what we've got here. 1936. 65. 1918. You can clearly see there's no mint mark on that one though. What we got? 1907. That's no better than the one on the board. 1920. Small gap. 65, 62, 67, 62, 1939 again, 62, that's a bit grubby, isn't it? Is that a dirty mug contender? Yeah. So that goes in there. I forgot to tell you what happens. When this mug is full, I'll give all the coins in there away because I don't like cleaning coins, but some people do. You just get the coins, not the mug. Let's carry on. 1964. There's a 1913. There's another Young Head Victoria. Another 1882. Well, he got an 1882, and that's probably worse than the one on the board. Right, 65. Shiny one, another 1965. Got here, there's a 1900. Oh, there's a 1937. I must have passed a 1937. And 1964. This 1936 is a little bit better than that one, so we'll upgrade that. And the 1937 goes there. Another one for the board. Right, I think I can grab all those, one handful, and we'll finish that off. So let's get that back there. And then pick all these up. Right, I think that's got it. No more in there. That is empty. Right. I can start on the other one. I can't wait. Right. 67. There's a Vicky. 1901. 1945. 1900. Another 1945. You can look for the double struck 9, but as I keep on saying, you've got to make sure they're quite clean before you can even see it. So I can't really see that. 1917. There's a 1912. Has that got a mint mark on there? No, it hasn't. And an 1895. But that's a small gap between the trident and the P. 1928, 1917, a little bit of damage there, but no mint marks on the 1917s. I think it's damaged. Have a closer look. Yep, just damage. Okay, 1913, 1948. Not too bad. Oh, that's not bad, is it? That's probably going to be an upgrade. 1921, 65, another 65, a 1916, that's a common type, that's just a bit of damage up there, isn't it? Yep, there's George VI, 1945, 1921, 65, is that a dirty mug? Yeah, a few going in there today. 47, 64. There's another 1967. 46, come on, have we got a little dash up there? No, that's just the common one. 1946. 1901, Queen Victoria. Oh, there's an Irish one. Hen and Chicks. 1968. I don't think we've got a 68. Got the 66s. Nice condition. Wow. Relatively nice anyway. Got detail to it. 67. There you go. 65. 62. There's a 1915. Come on, let's have a recessed here. 1915. No. And the last one in this batch is a 1962. I've got the 1948, which is an upgrade, is definitely better condition. And the 1968 Irish penny can go there with the other Irish ones. It's Saturday the 23rd of November today. I'm going to try and get this video uploaded today. I always like to upload my videos on the day I make them. In the next video, I'll be starting on that box there. That's from my preferred supplier. Okay, that's it. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button because I don't have an upload schedule. I just upload my videos when I finish them. And click the bell and you'll be informed when I do upload another video. And if you haven't already, click on that link there. That'll take you to Makamula's coin channel. Subscribe and tell him Coin Patrol sent you. Got to get him to 1,000 before Christmas. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.